And from what I can tell, she uses the memory palace technique for that. So like storytelling, just like what you said, for everything, and like the positions and everything else. So it'd be interesting to see like how you did on that. Because if you're able to memorize that many digits of pi, I would imagine you're going to be able to do really good at that game too. Okay, so we've reset that. I need to go take a look at how to do. Playwright. Let's go ahead and re-get started again. Right, and so this is what I want to do. I want to interesting. Okay, is this going to install it locally? I guess it is. It's going to install playwright config, package.json, package lock, example tests, and more test examples. Okay, so we're going to run this. Oh, you kept mishearing add as memory place. Yeah, that's definitely not a memory place. Oh, you have no idea what a memory palace is? So a memory palace is what you're doing. It's basically you create a story, and some people have actually made it like a real palace in their mind, which I think where the name of it comes from. But if you want to memorize things, you can imagine, I guess like the metaphor that's used in the original memory palace is imagine your house. Imagine a palace with an infinite number of rooms in it. And as you're walking through the palace, you are assigning some piece of data that you want to memorize to a room, or to a photo, or to some feature inside of the palace. And then that makes it easier for you to recall it later by mentally walking through the story of the palace. But it can be anything, right? It doesn't have to be an actual palace. It could be a story about going in time, or it could be about, you know, a multitude, like a variety of little mini stories that you use together. It doesn't really matter. The end result is you're able to memorize more things than you would if you didn't use a mental tool like that. Okay, we are definitely going to use TypeScript. Go ahead and put my tests into tests. No. I don't want to put them in tests. Tests is a REST thing. I want to put them into end-to-end tests. Oh, this is all behind Zilby. Let me full screen it. Add a GitHub Actions workflow. Sure, go ahead. Install Playwright browsers can be done. Sure, yeah. Okay, so it sets up everything we need. So that first part was it did an npm init. Okay, so let's see what we want to do here. Created a Playwright test project in here. Inside that directory, you can run several commands. npx playwright test runs the end-to-end test. We can also start the interactive UI road. So let's start with the npx playwright test command and just make sure that that's working as expected. So by default, Playwright runs in CLI mode or headless mode only, so we don't have to worry about like a browser starting up, and this just works properly in CI/CD, which is great. Oh, I've done a bunch of snooze on the ads, so they're going to start in a little bit less than a minute. So a heads up for that. I'll probably take a... See, it's been a little bit over an hour. I can go for a little bit more. I can go into the next ad break. If we want to take a look at the tests, though, I can run npx playwright test --UI. And this opens up an interactive browser that allows me to see the tests and go through them. This is very similar to Cypress if you ever used anything like that. Okay, so this is great there. So let's say I move you over to the right and you can then watch it actually do its thing over here. What made you choose this over Cypress or Selenium? Well, Selenium, I cannot stand. I used it at several work projects and it just bothers me. I feel like it worked most of the time and was just sort of like, eh. For Cypress, I think that was pretty good. I did like it a lot. There's a lot of really cool things to it. Playwright, I feel, is gaining a lot more momentum than Cypress has right now. I feel that Playwright is going to take over Cypress eventually and be better than Cypress eventually. Oh, and of course the ad break just started. Oh, but you're a subscriber, Londo, so I can keep on answering for you. So I think the biggest thing that I really like about Playwright is its focus on behavior over content. And Cypress is really good at just saying like, here, you can just test the content. You can test all of that stuff. But with Playwright, we can take a look here. It's just, you can expect, this is behind me a little bit. We'll be going into it, but it's like, it's more behavior driven for test wise, which is actually really nice. And I think that's going to be it. I think that's its primary benefit. Lamnox, no ads for you because you have your country set to Nepal, which is right. Excellent. Oh, you know what? I completely missed that Togglebit did requested for Quack. I didn't see that. I'm gonna refund him because he's not here anymore. If I knew his phone number or something, I would totally send him a text message that just was Quack. All right, welcome back everybody else. Let's go ahead and set up dev here. So you're running. I want to move over here. We want to go into our end-to-end test. Here's the example spec test, and we can see what this looks like. So we import test expect from playwright test. We're in TypeScript land now. Yeah, Liminox, let us know how you do on it. Because 21 when you're sick is, I think that's pretty good. Okay, so import test expect from playwright test, has title. So, okay, so we just wanted to say, like, okay, if we go to here, and we expect it to have a title, and then you can use a regular expression to sort of check to see that playwright is part of that title. So I want to, first of all, I want to not have example.spec.com. I kind of want to create a new file for this. So let's touch. What do I want to start for this? Do I want to just put all the tests into one file? That's another thing, is like I keep on going back and forth between the architecture of tests. Let's do like learner tests. So I have like one test as a learner, and then one series of tests for as a creator. So touch learner.spec.ts. Let's see. I also want to. Okay, so we know we need to import, test, and expect from playwright test. Oh, another problem here is that I have not set up Helix to have good web development. I haven't set up the LMS, like the LMS, the LRS, language server LSP. I've not set up the LSPs for it, which means that we're not going to get any help here, which is not great. If I use VS Code, it works just fine. But why would we use VS Code? Wait, did I actually? Okay. Okay, so we're going to import test and expect from you. And then we can create a normal test like this. So it's just run the test function, pass it a string, and then we have an asynchronous callback function that we destructure into as the parameters, and then we can do stuff there. So we have to figure out, like, what is this test going to be? So this test is going to be like here. Okay, so coming in here, I want to see, like, we can test you to make sure that you're working correctly. Homepage, navigation, maybe? Navigation could be good. Okay, what do we want to do here? I want to navigate to this homepage here. So I want to go to localhost, the port, and then courses. Sorry, not courses, just the port. And we can we have everything in here, like pages, go to. Yeah, I think I actually can take page in, and then we can just do page go to. I have view on the right, we have view on the left here. We take in page, I can do await page dot go to, and go to localhost 8082. So if I hit save, this test now shows up here. I can now run this test over here on the right. And here, it went here. I can also set this thing here so it watches this test. So as I make a change to this, then it will try to rerun the test over and over again. So if I do that, hit save, it auto reruns the test for me, which is really nice. Okay, so navigation. We want to test the navigation. This one requires me to go somewhere else, so I have to do that first. We have basically home, courses, and login stamp is probably a different thing altogether. So I want to find where the courses are and then go from there. And so I want a locator. And these are our choices. So page, get by role. I think it's get by role. So I want to await page, get by role. The role I think is nav. And then there's an optional, yeah, name. I can have this be a regular expression here. And I want this to be just courses. And then I want to click it. So if we do that, oh, it's trying to find the courses here and it's not working. I don't think it can find the courses. That's probably not a nav. Okay, so this is, oh, get by role link. Get by role link. That didn't work. Oh, okay. Strict mode violations, get by role link. So I want to also get the first because I have the same courses down here and they're both links. So I want to get the first one. So okay, great. So it clicks on that, but then nothing happens. And so then I want to expect page dot, I think it's URL. Yeah, okay, so page.url. To contain. Oh, to have URL. Okay, that's what it is. Also, Pulgueta, hello. How are you doing today? Okay, so except page. Oh, so it's just this. So to have URL. I want it to just have like slash courses, right? So I just want to be something like this. Want to add that in there. Property to have URL not found. Okay, so I don't think that is right. Oh, you just implemented that code last night. Did you add it to Playwright? Are you a Playwright dev? Huh, I'm surprised that didn't. Oh wait, do I need to I need to wait the expect, don't I? Okay, so locator, click to get. Oh, it needs to be the full URL. I eventually want. I would love to eventually be able to work on this on multiple domains, and have this work on production and dev. At least for a few different things. So how would I? Is there like a to contain URL? Oh, no, I can do star. I can do star. Okay. That's what I can do. So I can do star courses like that. Or maybe even like the dot star. Can you have the domain as an environment variable? I can do that too, yeah. You are unhappy with this. It's not happy. Let's try the dot star. There we go. Okay, that works. That did not load the CSS. Okay, it loaded the CSS that time. Okay, so why did you fail? Expect property to have URL not found. Oh, URL is all capitalized. Like that. There we go. Okay, so now this works. So I can use regex syntax here to check to see, okay, I've reached the courses. So basically, I'm looking for a link to courses. We found it, we clicked on it, and we're at courses. And that's pretty much it. Like, that's all I really care about here. And there's only, I mean, I want to check that this home works, and I want to check that you work too. It's like, okay, that's great. Do I want to then, I can click on you, which is a link here. Get by role link. I know this is behind Zilby, sorry about that. Get by role link, name Brooksville's brand icon. So this works. I actually like this. There's actually a cool test builder that Playwright comes with that I haven't tried. I wonder if we can use it. Let me first put this in here. So we're gonna do then wait dot paste that in there. and then click it. And now we expect us to not have the URL courses and to be on slash. So can I have not in there? Yes. Okay. So now we're no longer at courses and we're at home. Then we probably want to go back to courses and try this home here. So I want to grab you again. Okay, so this name is going to be home. And then we do that. Now it's pretty fast the way this works, but we can follow along in here. And we can see, okay, it starts at home, it clicks on courses, it goes there, make sure we have the right URL. We find the Brooksbuild logo, we click on that, we go home. Then we click on courses again, then we go there, we click on home, and we're back to here. So perfect. That works as expected. Now that's all of the navigation that we have here, which is great. And that would be this test then. Now I'm actually really curious because I believe that there is a spec builder that's part of Playwright here. And I don't remember how to use it. Is it even part of the UI? Or is it something else? Generate tests with CodeGen. This is what I think I want. Or I want to play around with it and take a look at it. Oh, okay, so it's a different thing altogether. So I want to run this. npx playwright CodeGen. CodeGen command to run the test generator followed by a URL of the website you want to generate tests for. The URL is optional. You can always run the command without it and then add the URL directly into the browser window instead. Okay, so I want to do this. Which means we're going to turn off Playwright. Okay, so here's a browser that we can generate tests from. Here's the Playwright inspector that's going to create the tests for us. Or at least these are going to go into here. So if I move you over there, you can watch these come in. I'm trying to zoom in and it did this. Oh, that's not what? Okay. Can I undo this? I can't undo that. Wow, weird. Okay, pause. Okay, restarting. Record. All right, so I want to go to courses. Okay. Get by role link, name courses, click. It doesn't really. Am I like testing? Pick locator? Assert text, assert value, assert visibility. I mean, do you want me to put this in here myself? No, I can't update you. Oh, okay. That does that. Now I'm gonna go back to you. Oh, I'm just clicking on these. So then I come back to here, here, here. So that does exactly the same thing that we just wrote, except it just figures this out for us. I can copy you. Do you give me, oh, you give me the full test. Okay, this isn't too bad. It has all these things. Now, negative is it is going to like actual IDs that I have here to grab like, okay, so page locator, navbar supported content. Like I think that's actually using IDs that it found, which is, I'm not super happy with that, but it is nice and it is free, like time-wise. Like as much, or I guess it's cheaper time-wise than like me figuring this out and doing this here. So what do you all think? Do you like the generated version or do you like the not generated version? I have mixed feelings about this. Like this is better, where it's like the heading. These are like, I guess, oh, that's what it's getting. It's like, because there's two courses, it's locking down which course this is. So if I were to comment you out, can I run these? Oh, I don't think I can run these easily from here. Oh, that's too bad. All right. So just for easiness and like doing this faster, we'll just keep with these. Navigation. Can we reset? Oh yeah, absolutely. All right, so next up, we tested the navigation. Now, I'm actually curious if I can test actual login. I wonder if that would work. So if I click on you, I want to do what is yeah, that's actually going to just put in like that. It's kind of hard code the password, which is not great. So I can throw that in there and that's not going to be a real password. And that's going to fail. And then I expect to go back home. Now, can I set you to be a value in here? Like I need a secret. Also, I'm also curious if this will just work as is, or if it'll yell at me because it's a not owned by me web app. Oh, and I have to quit you. Limanox, have a great night, and hope you're feeling better soon. Oh, ad break just started. Oh, I didn't even see it coming up. Sorry about that. I mentioned I was going to take a break for this one, so that's what I'm going to do. Let's let this play out, and I will be right back. Just had your drugs and no idea what's happening. That sounds like being sick. That's fine, right? So I will be right back. I didn't even pet him, and he decided to take the chair. All right, Sylvia, you can come over and hang out by the fire. By the fire? No, the heater. All right, everybody, I'm going to mute and raise to standing mode. All right. Okay. So, I do find it interesting that every once in a while Playwright just doesn't load any UI. What are you yelling about too? Failed to load. Server responded with status of 400. Okay. So clearly the negative of me doing this with you all is that you're going to see the password. And I think that it might even still show up in logs here. So I'm not sure I want to do login here. Actually, you just fill. I don't see what you are, right? I see that, but I wonder if I can use a secret. Okay, so core concepts. They recommend we create a Playwright auth directory and add it to our git ignore. Your authentication routine will produce authenticated browser state and save it to a file in this Playwright auth directory. Later on, tests will reuse this state and start already authenticated. So that's interesting. That's a choice. If we go to Auth0, they have documentation on this too. And last time I went there, they actually changed their suggested method of testing. Let me see if I can find. I don't think it's any of those. Doesn't feel like that. Now they had one for, oh, they don't have a Cypress one. Yeah, nothing for Playwright. Integration testing. Oh, that's rules testing. That's not what I want to do. Oh, that's probably a good idea as well. That's closer to what I want, but maybe we should just use Google as our interface for searching for this. So I want Playwright test Auth0. Okay, Auth0.com blog, end-to-end testing with Playwright Sharp. Is that? I mean, that's the logo. Oh, Playwright Sharp. It's basically C# version of Playwright. So TypeScript Sharp should be the same thing. Okay, so they're bringing Playwright Sharp into here, but we can just ignore the C# part and just go with whatever their suggestion is. Let's talk about the different methods used in the test. We create a Playwright instance that allows us to launch a web browser. For this example, we launch Chromium, the core of browsers like Google Chrome and Microsoft Edge. Launch async method has several parameters. We use headless true because we don't want to see how the browser operates while executing the test. Well, yeah, okay, but that's default for us, so we're fine. We open a new page in the browser and we go to a specific URL, in this case, the Auth0 homepage. We hover over some elements to display different menus. Okay, great. We can also type instead of text. Okay, that's not really helpful. Wait, so they're creating a new API for this? You need to create an API in your Auth0 management dashboard and change a few things in your code. To create an API, you need to sign up for, okay, blah, blah, blah. I do wonder if I add in TypeScript, if they've written a blog for that too. Does not look like they have. Oh, so there's some stuff in C#, it looks like that, or in .NET that does some stuff for you automatically. And it looks to me like they are hitting the API to grab a token and then add that to the web application or add that to the C# application, which is not the way we do it. Now, if we want to take a look at how, I'm pretty sure that they have a blog for how to do it in Cypress. This blog post is no longer maintained and it may be out of date. Please use the following resource created by the Cypress team to learn how to use Cypress to test a single page application that uses Auth0. Okay, so we can maybe like use this to figure out how to do it in Playwright. With the silent origin command, you can easily switch between origins to seamlessly test syndicated authentication, cross-site CMS workflows, and much more. Yeah, so the recommended solution in the past was always log in programmatically. So like send a backend request, a machine-to-machine request to Auth0 or whatever you're using for authentication, get back information and tokens, and then like create a, just do what it would normally do, and then create like a what is it called? A cookie in the browser that then gets loaded when you run in. And it's like, oh, look, you're automatically loaded in. It's sort of like hitting refresh on your web application. But this violates the principle of test isolation and can introduce hard to debug failures, weird edge case. Yeah, because it's not the same thing that you're doing in real life. So they're recommending you actually do this GUI now. At least Cypress allows you to do that, which is really nice. I wonder if Playwright will let us do that. Oh, and they have the ability to do a session to like keep the session between logins, which is really nice. But I might build that with multiple like a nested tests in Playwright here. So if we try this, all right, so let's say I want to move you out. I want to use a secret there. I want to use a secret here. Okay, so we can just use process.env to grab this. We need to use .env? Oh, that's too bad. Because Node technically doesn't need .env anymore. But I don't know if they're like running the right thing anymore. Running what we expect. So we're gonna have to bring in .env to have access to our .env files. Now I have a .env. Okay, so if I want, okay, I have a test that I can use for this. Okay, test learner username equals, let's do process.env dot test, which is going to be just a string hello world. And we're going to fill this out with test learner username. So I'll leave those both the same right now. So that's okay. What happened here? Locator fill, value expected string got undefined. Okay, so you didn't see the .env file. Oh, I need to load .env in here, don't I? So yeah, import v from something like this. It's been a while since I've used .env. Okay, great. So that actually puts us in here, which is good. I want to okay, so I can't see it in here. So I want to figure out which parts I'm going to be safe to show on stream. Or if this is going to have to be like a secret test that I have. So putting that in there. Yeah, okay. Look at that. Value hello world. So the value just straight up in here. Cool. That's not fun. Can I hide something in UI mode? I don't think so. Okay, so if I do this, I will need to not click on this call at all. Or log. I think everything else is okay. I just need to make sure when I'm doing login test, none of those things get clicked on, which is great. That's fun. So if I update you over here and we say I want okay, so I want to fill this with that, get by role, button name continue, and then I want to like verify that we're home again. So I want to essentially do this. Let's see if I put this test user password out here for all of us. Oh, it didn't work at all. It's still hello world. Oh, I need to update the code to the new environment variables. That would do it. Wrong email or password. I actually don't know if I know the password. Maybe I don't. Also, that may not be a real user too. So that's fun. Oh, it's a real password. Okay, it's not like a fake password that I use for some of my stuff. All right, let's try this again. I have no idea if it actually loaded this correct or not. I wonder if I need to restart you to see the new value. Maybe yes, maybe no. But yeah, it doesn't like this unless I need to like wrap you in quotes for some reason. Okay, I'm not gonna worry about. I'm gonna have to worry about authentication eventually. I might have to do this one off stream just to play around with it a little bit more. Because I don't want, there's too much that's like too easy to expose. So we'll continue on with like unauthenticated learners. And maybe that's what it is. Maybe I'll just do visitors too. I don't know. But okay, coming back to our test builders, let's put you. All right, so here's our test generator again. Okay, here's what we're gonna. I'm wondering if I just want to do everything about this. We just say like, hey, we're gonna do all the things. Why is this like missing half the page? It's like their browser is weird. But okay. So we come here. Oh no, that's also not right. Can I reset? I'm gonna go hear that. Okay, that's good. That does our nav, so like moving around, we can do nav stuff. Maybe I don't want to do nav stuff there. Okay, so learners, they come in, they look at all this stuff, that's fine. I don't care about like those links or testing those things. I don't know if I want to test all of that stuff. So we go to courses. We see the course library. We see featured courses. Oh, ad break. Snuck up on us. Sorry about that. Click on you. I want to preview it. Want to preview the article. I want to be able to go to the next course. I'm going to go back to this. And then I think that's everything for like not logged in users. That's all the stuff we can really do besides like buy this course, which I think goes as we can click on it and see like, hey, it exists. But it takes us to log in. Okay, so visitors can preview a course. And if I want this to be generic, so we go to courses, we go to course, we verify that we're on a course library, we verify we can see the featured courses. Name. Okay, so this is going to be because if I'm on the real one, and we come, I guess we could use this one. I don't have anything else in here that's like specific for which course this is. I just know it's a link. I would love to be able to set this up so that I can do both production tests and non-production tests. That way I can like test this every once in a while just to make sure it's working the way I expect it to. And I can have confidence that everything is working correctly. So I don't want to test this name. I think we're going to have to add in a test class or a test. Yeah, probably like a test class or a test ID or something like that. Like a data dash. Ooh, a data dash class. How about a data dash? Also, is featured courses on the same level? It's not on the same level. It's a sibling to it. So I can't do like a child of like, look for featured courses and then inside of that, look in here. I probably want in here to say show me like class a data test, like a data test ID equals like featured courses or something like that. That's probably what I want to do. So let's add that into the LMS. Okay, so here's our card list. We call it featured courses. So it is a card list. And then I probably want this just on this container here. Oh, but that's a BB container, so we have to go to BB container now and add this in. Okay, so then we can head back to card list and throw in yew. So we have test ID equals props dot test ID. Clones all the way down. You're happy there. Oh, I am using local. Okay. Cool. Then I should be able to go back to our spec here. No, learner spec. Okay, visitors can preview a course. So we get there, we see featured courses. I want to get the, let's just say I want to get the second course, or I probably want to get the second course. Is this a CSS selector? So I can just do data test. Oh, but I think there's get by test ID. Get by test ID. There we go. Okay, get by test ID and then the name of the test ID. I wonder if I can do multiple here. How do I do sub queries? Diablo, welcome back. Did you miss anything silly? Let's see. Oh, I left the cat cam on despite Zilby being on the chair behind me for a while now. I had to switch to standing mode because Zilby took my chair. Matching inside a locator. You can chain methods that create a locator to narrow down a search page. Okay, so I could just do Okay, I want this matching inside. So page get by role, that role. Oh, okay. I think I could just do chaining them together, literally chaining them together. So get by role. This is not going to be get by role. Or rather, I'm going to do it. Okay, so we're going to do await page dot get by, is it test ID? Yeah, get by test ID. Test ID. Oh, we get to set what the test ID is going to be here. The test ID for this is going to be, I guess, courses. Okay, so we find that, and then I want to immediately afterwards and then also get by role link so the second link inside of here I'm screwing up my auto test generator. I want you. So I want the second of these, which is going to be fine. Except there's not two of these. That's fun. This brings to like, oh, sorry, Zoe, I stepped on a chair. This goes back to like a testing philosophy, decision architecture, whatever. Do I want to have... I probably want to set that these exist. What? Oh no, I'm having tons of drop frames. Is that, are you seeing lots of lagging? My OBS is telling me that like everything is going bad and I'm dropping 47% of frames. Which is not usually what happens. Usually things are perfectly fine. So I can't blame the UPS, the USB ports for this. You haven't seen anything weird? Okay. I'm shocked that I can drop 47% of frames and it's okay. I wonder if Restream is somehow dealing with it. Like increasing the latency. The big thing that I could imagine is that the audio gets out of sync with the video. That's what I would imagine. Okay, so I think I want to essentially duplicate what I have in production. Audio is getting out of sync, but restarting the stream fixed it. Oh, okay. So that's what's going on. It's gonna get out of sync again pretty bad because this 47% of drop frames, and that doesn't seem to be changing. It's still dropping tons of frames, which is not great. And it is making me think, oh, it went up. 47.1% of frames dropped. Yeah. Okay, well, it's making me think that maybe I should probably just call it, go order that PCI USB card, see if they can have like quick delivery for that, and let my internet recover. I don't know if it's the internet or my computer connecting to the internet. Last time it was the internet itself, which is unfortunate and not great. Yeah, it rarely happens, but like every once in a while it's pretty bad and it just sucks. I could probably, I'm also plugged into the wrong. I could probably try like connecting to different internet ports on there and not go through the router that connects to the other router and go like just directly to the out port. But that's a different thing altogether. All right. So I think what I'll do, well, I'm gonna put a task in here to like continue working on the tests on my own. I think that I think the big ones that I need to figure out is the testing tests, like the login authentication tests. If I can figure out that safely, then I can also figure out how I want to do tests for like locally and reproduce the database and figure out that kind of stuff. And then I'm gonna order that card and we'll see when we'll get it. Knowing Amazon, I didn't notice that if it was like a 1-day shipping or if it was like available right away. I probably have to be logged in to like have it actually tell me where my real location is. And then it could tell me if I can get it today or tomorrow. But we'll see. Anyways, there's 22 of us on Twitch, so we can do a raid. Is there anybody we want to raid? Let me open up Twitch. Tej Dev is doing front end development right now with no JavaScript, which I don't know what that works. Oh, wait, I'm following. Oh, Jessica Mack, yeah, is streaming too. It's a chair stream right now. What is Jessica working on? C, plows, plows, and shaders. Oh, act like game dev. Jessica is the least number of viewers right now, so let's go ahead and raid Jessica. It's a chair stream, but I am hoping that Jessica comes back fairly quickly or shortly. I'm going to go up and grab an early lunch and everything else. Chair streams are the best streams? Of course they are. So let me set that up. Start the raid. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I'll probably say hi in Jessica's stream and then head off to go continue figuring out this stuff and beating my head against the internet and all that fun stuff. I hope that you all have a great rest of your day. I'll be back tomorrow morning to continue playing Shenzhen.io, which is an electrical engineering game where we program assembly and do wires, which is actually tougher than the assembly. So with that, if you're interested in that, we'd love to have you. Anyways, have a great rest of your day, and I will see you next time. Bye.